What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today, we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 24 hours. What a very eventful 24 hours. It's been a lot of news to discuss. Sorry, excuse my voice. I just woke up and I have to do this live stream before I go on about my day because I am away from home. So either I do the live stream now or I don't do it at all. So we're going to talk about a lot of things. Give you guys an update on Messi's contract renewal. The future of Antoine Griezmann will be in Spain, but will it be in Barcelona or Atletico Madrid? The players, the veterans, man, they still do not want to reduce their wages. Also talk some player sales as well about Philippe, Coutinho, Samuel Umtiti, and of course, we'll talk about Milan PH as well. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes on this video. It'd be very much appreciated. Also, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already. And let's start off with the news. Now, yesterday was a very eventful day. We got two breaking news. Firstly, Alejandro Balde has extended his contract at the club until 2024 with a release clause of 500 million euros. He did what Mariba didn't want to do. He renewed his contract. He's going to be staying with Barcelona. He's going to be the backup Jordi Alba next season. We'll do all the preseason with Barcelona as well. Looks like a very, very strong and up-and-coming talent as well. Secondly, was the presentation of Memphis Depay yesterday as well. Press conference went well. It was basically all asked about the wage bill and Messi's future. No one really asked Memphis Depay any questions, but the questions that Juan Laporta answered were very, very strong. First, he asked about Griezmann. Of course, he said, look, we want to keep Griezmann at the club. He has a contract at the club. We trust him. We want him to stay. But again, due to the financial situation of the club, we are open to proposals. So it's the right answer from Laporta. We all know that with the situation at the club, we are open for open for offers for any single player. That makes sense. Depay came in and said, I'm happy to join the club. Apparently, after the press conference as well, by himself, he went around walking around the camp just to soak it all in. And that I think having Miguel came out with that, which is, of course, a very, very good reporter. He came out saying that. Depay during the press conference, I'm happy to be here. Confirm Messi will get the Balde d'Or this summer as well. He said that he'll get the next one too. So very, very strong presentation from both of them. And now Memphis Depay is officially a Barcelona player. Again, he's going to be a fantastic player for sure. Let's now get into the news. Of course, one of the players we just mentioned was Antoine Griezmann. Versus coming in from Messi Renewal, he came out saying there's still no agreement between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. The situation remains blocked despite the players agreed to the transfer. They don't want to give up part of any of their salaries. So apparently, Griezmann and Lenglet do not want to reduce their wages in the swap deal. In addition, Barcelona want extra cash in order to complete the deal as well. Talks continue, but there's still no agreement between the two clubs, and so has several offers from the Premier League. L'Equipe come out saying that Antoine Griezmann is ready to return to Atletico Madrid. They also go on to say that Antoine Griezmann has been offered to Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City, but he only wants to return to Atletico Madrid if he leaves Barcelona. Barca have identified Griezmann as their most sellable asset. A member of Griezmann's entourage told L'Equipe that Antoine is not ready to accept any condition to leave, simply because Barcelona find themselves in a complicated situation. And that's a big quote as well. His massive salary, which Barcelona want to get rid of, is the big obstacle in any possible deal. Now, Andrea Sanchez came out saying that Antoine has told his teammates, of course, he's back in training for a few days now, that he will stay at Barcelona this summer. And Mateo Morito from Sky Sports has come out saying that Antoine Griezmann's priority is to stay in Spain. At the moment, the Frenchman is not open to any move to the Premier League or Serie A or any other leagues as well. Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Antoine Griezmann again yesterday awaiting the outcome for his future. Barcelona have not asked him to take a pay cut or leave the club yet. The swap deal with Atletico Madrid is currently stalled. There's no possible talk with a move to move to Man City or the Premier League quite yet. Now, Juan Martí went on for Messi Renewal's Twitch and they did a live stream and they were talking about Antoine Griezmann. He came out with a big statement saying that if Barcelona want to register Messi and new signings, they need to sell Antoine Griezmann. Obviously, during the press conference, Juan Laporta is not going to say, oh, I want to sell Griezmann. That doesn't make sense. So he says here, obviously, Juan Laporta didn't say it openly, but Griezmann only wants to join Atletico Madrid. Both clubs are playing chess games with each other for the other now. So the Griezmann situation is very, very particular. He will only leave Barcelona to go to Atletico Madrid. I think that's very, very clear right now. And of course, no one outside of Spain is offering him a contract. But he does not. It looks like Griezmann does not want to reduce his wages whether he stays at Barcelona or leaves. We have to wait for that sit down. We have to wait for Juan Laporta to call a meeting with Antoine Griezmann and sit down with him, because there is no way with his current contract he can play football next season. Because Messi's the priority. Messi is the priority. You cannot be sitting there making 200,000 a week more than Lionel Messi. Doesn't make sense. He has to reduce his wages. We could maybe not even end up seeing Antoine Griezmann next season playing in the first team because he does not want to reduce his wages. That's what we're hearing right now. But of course, the rumors are that they have not had a meeting yet. As Roberto is staying at Barcelona, we're not quite too sure right now. Of course, with the force that we have right now, he has no room. But if Antoine Griezmann leaves, Martin Braithwaite leaves, he definitely has an option to stay at the club. Now back to Griezmann. All we can do now is just sit and wait for that meeting to take place between him and Barcelona, because right now we don't know that much. All we know is that he wants to stay in Spain. So he will either be playing the Barcelona shirt next season or Atletico Madrid. It's very, very clear on that. So we're going to see what happens. Hopefully the meeting will be happening in the next few days because, again, he cannot play football with that contract that he currently has at the club. Now, of course, one of the main reasons why Barcelona reduced that wage bill is to sign Leo Messi on a brand new contract. Again, coming in from Roberto Romano, he came out saying that Leo Messi will sign a 5-year deal with Barcelona. The economic question for Barcelona must be resolved first before the official announcement. There are no doubts from Barcelona that he will be playing in the Balkan colors next season. It is only a matter of time. Regardless of how the Saudi gets Antoine Griezmann, that swap deal goes through, it won't affect the deal whatsoever. PSG and Man City are also aware of this, and so far they have not taken any official steps to sign Leo Messi. Now, I have seen reports as well that Messi can only play, of course, when the wage bill goes down. So if you re-sign Messi now and announce it now, the wage bill has to be ready right now. So if, let's say, for example, the club release, Messi will be staying. But look, the wage bill, he can't play, right? So then he will be able to play until January. So that's why the announcement and the final moves are on hold, because once you announce it, the wage bill has to be ready. You can't just announce it right now with the wage bill being as bad as it is. Carlos Messi won't be able to play. So that's why the club's holding on to it. Watch out for August the 15th. That is the first day of La Liga. That's now what? Like 2 or 3 weeks away. We have 2 to 3 weeks to figure out this week. But Juan Laporta had the mission impossible. Him, Rafael Usti, and Matteo Almani as well. Big 3 weeks coming up. August the 15th is when La Liga starts, and as of right now, Leo Messi and the 4 new signings are not registered yet. So that's going to be a big few weeks coming up. But of course, there is an agreement between Messi and Barcelona. It's completely total, and there's no doubts about it whatsoever. Now, all the things have come out saying that Real Madrid is willing to help Barcelona so that Leo Messi stays at the club. They consider Messi's continuation is essential for the potential and the value of the league. They would seek that there will be flexibility for the renewal of Leo Messi. So Real Madrid are ready to help Barcelona keep Leo Messi by going to La Liga and telling them, look, be flexible with your rules. This is Messi. He's the one who keeps the value of the league. You have to let him stay, all that sort of stuff. So Real Madrid coming in and backing Barcelona to keep Leo Messi just shows how strong he is. This shows how much of a goat he is. What's your opinion on Yusuf Demir? Very strong potential, but of course not rushing to conclusions quite yet. He only played 45 minutes, so we'll see what he does over the next few preseason games. Next topic I'm going to discuss, coming in from sport, they've come out saying the heavyweights of the locker room do not want to lower their wages for now and have not reached an agreement with Barcelona. So we have to see. Let me just get a drink of water because I need to soak this in, honestly. I'm thinking there's going to be contract terminations coming in soon because, like I said, 2 to 3 weeks left. We cannot go into the season with no Messi and no 4 new signings. I think contract terminations are coming up. We got that loan from Golden Sanks. We have some money from the transfers. Of course, looks like we're not going to buy anyone. We do need a midfielder. We can use that in the swap deal on a free transfer, but I think contract terminations are very, very close. I would be absolutely shocked if, let's say, for example, Umtiti, Coutinho, Neto, Roberto, Jordi, Alba. I'd be surprised if none of them got their contract terminated, because I think contract terminations are coming up very, very soon. So watch out for that. Now on Roberto, Marty on the same stream that Fabrice Romano, where they talked about Antoine Griezmann, also talked about Roberto. They came out saying that Barcelona initially wanted to sell Roberto, but there are no concrete offers for him. Messi's interest would never materialize. Thus, they need to extend his contract and place trust in him. So Barcelona pretty much saying, look, no one wants him. We're going to keep him, keep his value. Of course, decent player. I think right now everyone in the market are looking for that star player or something like that. So they're saying, look, we can still use him, but in the end, We did try to get rid of him. We can't. We want to keep his value for next summer, so we're going to renew his contract for 2 years with hopefully a big salary reduction. We'll see if Roberto accepts it or not. Another defender that we were interested in is Cristiano Romero, but unfortunately, Matteo Bonito came out saying that Tottenham Hotspur are much ahead in the race to sign Romero, but Barcelona are still interested. But I'll tell you what, there's no chance of Romero because Tottenham have bid 40 million euros plus 10 million euros in variables and add-ons, and Atlanta rejected that. So that's 50 million in total, and they rejected that. And Barcelona don't even have 2 million to spend. So Romero, no chance. It was, nice to know that we were interested in him because I think he's a fantastic center back, but it looks like he has agreed personal terms with Tottenham. That is confirmed now by Romano. Now it has to be Atlanta and Tottenham Hotspur to agree a deal. First bid got rejected, 40 million plus 10. But him coming to Barcelona, no chance in that whatsoever, unfortunately, due to the money, of course. Defender that could leave the club this summer is Samuel Umtiti coming in from Sport. They've come out saying that Samuel Umtiti could be on his way to Ligue 1, but he still is reluctant to leave because he has his contract enforced until June 2023 with massive wages, which to this day no club is willing to pay entirely. So, like I said in the past few videos, Umtiti and Pjanic are on the same boat. They are willing to leave the club. They want to leave the club, of course. When you're a footballer, you don't sit on the bench the whole time. Even if it's at Barcelona, you want to play. That's the whole point. You're very, very lucky to be a professional footballer. Not many people can do that. You want to play. The problem is they're on fat contracts. They have this money that is guaranteed to them, and they want them. They want to set their families up for life for their generation after generation. They want to live in a big house with a pool, with the jacuzzi, with the sauna, all that sort of stuff. That's why they don't want to give up this contract, and that's why I think Barcelona will terminate it. They'll come and say, "Look here, take your 50 million, just get the hell out of here," right? Because in the end, they're gonna get what they want. Unfortunately, I think so. Umtiti again, open to leaving the club, same with Pjanic, but they want every single dime left in their contract, which just makes it difficult for us as a club. The other center back that we could sell this summer, but probably won't be with all this what's happening right now, is Coutinho Lenglet. In that same stream, Juan Marti with Fabrizio Romano, they came out saying that Barcelona want to sign a new center back, but it depends on the departure of Coutinho Lenglet. Barcelona have received some bids for the Frenchman, but he does not want to leave as of right now. So Barcelona have gotten some good offers for Lenglet. Apparently, they're not fantastic. They're just, what they expected, maybe a loan with the obligation to buy, loan with the buy option, maybe a straight right now for maybe 20 million, something like that. But Clement Lenglet does not want to leave. As of right now, he's staying firm. I have a Barcelona contract. He's got very, very low wages as well. I think he's on maybe 90, 100K a week. He's gonna be, if he stays, it won't be a problem for the club financially. But the club don't think he's up to scratch. They don't think he's that good. They want to get rid of him. But when the player has the contract, he just has to stay, and he wants to stay. Unfortunately, what happened to your voice? I just woke up. So I actually gotta do this now because I'm gonna be busy all day. I don't have any other time. So excuse my voice, but I'll just drink some water so I can clear it up a bit. Ooh, there we go. Now that could leave the club as well is Philippe Coutinho, and there is some positive news about Coutinho. Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo come out saying that Koeman values Philippe Coutinho, but he understands that due to the situation of the club, the best option is to loan or transfer him. Barcelona want to show that he's fully recovered and maintain the Premier League is the best destination. Now Coutinho, he's different to Umtiti and Pjanic because he is open to leaving the club and also open to taking a salary reduction in order to leave the club. Because he knows the best thing about your career is to go play. He already went on loan to Bayern Munich a few years ago. He understands that. So he'll be very easy to get rid of. We just have to wait for him to fully recover from his injury. Plays in preseason game in Barcelona, and there'll be interest set to come in. On his injury, they've also come out. Gabriel Sanz from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Philippe Coutinho will be able to join trainings with the group next week. The Brazilian will play his first match of the season against RB Salzburg on July the 4th, or not July the 4th, August the 4th, or against Juventus on August the 8th. So Coutinho won't be involved in the preseason that much. He'll play maybe 1 or 2 games. So we're looking at the end of the preseason because of his injury, of course. But again, once he plays, the Premier League clubs will look at him saying, look, he still looks pretty decent. Let's go out and try and get him. I'm not too worried about Coutinho. I would, of course, I would like to keep him. I think Ronald Koeman really trusts him, and he could be used in this squad. Maybe if we reduce his wages very, very, from 400K to maybe 100K, we could maybe end up keeping him. But I think Barcelona do want to get rid of him because they want to prioritize keeping Antoine Griezmann ahead of him. So wait and see. He's very different to Umtiti and Pjanic, though. He does want to leave the club. He's open to leaving the club, and he also wants to reduce his wages as well. So he shouldn't be a problem, I don't think, for Philippe Coutinho. Again, on that same Twitch, Juan Marti and Fabrizio Romano came out saying that Ronald Koeman values Coutinho, but he understands that Barcelona need to find him a way out. There is interest, but it will most probably be a loan transfer with both clubs sharing the wages. So Barcelona don't think they could get that good of a deal. I think they're going to go send him out on loan to Bayern Munich and not pay his full wages. Again, depends on that, on that wage reduction. Depends how much the wage reduction is. If it's 400K to 200K, you can see Barcelona end up paying a few dollars for it. If it goes from 400K to maybe 100K, the club will pay for it, of course. But we'll wait and see what happens with that. But I think Philippe Coutinho very open to leaving the club and also taking a wage reduction as well. Now, one player who is causing Barcelona a lot of problems is Lionel Messi. I tell you what, the news about him over the past 24 hours has not been good. Firstly, Sport have come out saying that Lionel Messi is upset that he was left out of the preseason on Koeman for not renewing. Manchester City and Chelsea have shown the interest in the player, with the clubs willing to offer $6 million per season. Now, of course, that's the money that Clement Lenglet is on. So apparently, other clubs are willing to offer Lionel Messi, a player who's not even a Barcelona B player, 100K a week. Fabrizio Romano on that Twitch stream came out saying the Barcelona are convinced that some Premier League clubs are in behind Messi, delaying his contract renewal. No agreement has been reached with any other club, as well as Barcelona. Juan Martí said on that same stream, the last time Barcelona extended Messi's contract, they paid already a lot of money for him. Barcelona could be thinking that each time they want to extend his contract, the problem comes again. The chances of leaving are increasing. So yeah, when he renewed his contract, when he was in Juvenile A, they gave him the biggest contract they've ever given to a young boy like him, and now he wants more. Juan Martí says Barcelona think that this will be a problem every single time. He'll ask for more money every single time, and Barcelona don't want to deal with that. You give him the money he wants now. Once the contract runs down again, I want more money every single time, right? So I'm starting to think he's not going to stay. Honestly, I don't think, because Barcelona aren't I'm messing around. You want to stay, you can stay. You don't want to go, adios. They got other stuff to worry about. Messi is the least of our priorities right now, but the club do want to keep him. They told him, look, we want to keep you. We think you're a fantastic player. Here's a contract, but take it or leave it. So, like we said, decision will be made this week. We're now into Friday. We still have the weekend left. I don't think we'd resolve that quickly, but it's gonna have to be decision time for Messi. I think he's closer to leaving than staying 100%, but I wouldn't rule out completely him staying at the moment, because he does want to play for Barcelona. He wants to stay. It's just someone, himself, his agency, his mom, dad, someone is asking the club, communicating to the club that they want more money. And the club can't give that, of course. So when you're an 18-year-old kid, not even registered as a Barcelona B player, asking for a lot of money, asking for a pay increase when the club is, heads over heels trying to reduce the whole entire wage bill, just shows the character that you are. So wait and see Mariba, but I don't think he's going to stay. I think he's very, very close to leaving. But players that will be staying at the club and will be playing the preseason games are, of course, the new players that have come back from their Euro break, coming in from having Miguel from AS. They came out in the objective for Memphis Frenkie de Jong, and Antoine Griezmann, and also Clement Lenglet is to be available for Saturday's game tomorrow against Girona. Jordi, Alba, Busquets, and Ronaldo Araujo are expected to join back on Monday or Tuesday. And now, just a few seconds ago, having Miguel came out confirming that Frenkie de Jong, Antoine Griezmann, Clement Lenglet, and also Memphis Depay will get minutes against Girona. Now, they won't play maybe a full half. They won't maybe play, the whole 90. They will get minutes, whether that be half an hour or 45 minutes. You will be seeing them tomorrow. Girona, Frenkie de Jong, Antoine Griezmann, Clement Lenglet, and also the debut of Memphis Depay. Now, some updates just to end off this video. Firstly, coming from Sport about Rogue. They came out saying that Ansu Fati hopes to join the first team training under Ronald Koeman coming in 3 weeks. If he responds well, the intention is return against Jornada at the Camp Nou on September the 19th. So, 100%, Ansu Fati will not be playing any games for Barcelona in the preseason. So, he won't face Girona, Stuttgart, Salzburg, Juventus, or Man City. He won't be playing any of those games. His goals to come back for the first month of La Liga. If you make the bench, would be very, very good for him. Come on, maybe play 10 minutes, something like that. But again, the club will not risk anything for him. He can come on, feel a niggle, they'll take him off straight away. Play him like 20 seconds. They don't care. He has to be 110% fit, because the club told him, look, you are the future of this club. You are the future in that front line. We do not want to risk anything with you. So Ansu Fati is scheduled to come back around the first few games of La Liga. 100% he won't play any preseason games. And hopefully he fully recovers from this injury that's been, hassling him for over a year now, or just under a year. And finally, we have an injury update on Oscar Mingueta. He did get injured in yesterday's game against Egypt. in the Olympics. It's not too serious, thank God. They came out saying the ad-per result from the first scan. Ultimately, this time out was expected to be about a week. If Spain passes through the first phases, the player will be available to the coach. So right now, he's 100% ruled out for the group stages of the Olympics. If they make it through, which they probably will, he will be able to play the quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, round 16, all that sort of stuff. So it's not that serious of an injury. He did get injured. There were worries from the beginning, saying that, ruled out for the tournament, maybe out for 2 to 3 months, something like that. Not that serious though. He will be out for about a week or so, so shouldn't be that bad. And that's going to be the end of this, transfer news roundup. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, if you did, make sure you smash the like down below and also hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We'll be back tomorrow, another news roundup, and also the watching along for the Girona match. We're going to be watching that, of course, at the Stade de Johan Cruyff. Excited to see Messi Pai's debut in that game. I'm going to end it here. If you guys enjoyed it, again, smash that like button and hit that subscribe button down below. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care and Forza Barca.